Coming up,
If your pup's limbs come off,
I spend a lot of diamonds. Gee, I may have bought a bit much. Mr. Onion gets captured. That madman has captured me again. And I say no to a desert village. Nope, 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 nope. Let's create. Today, I've got an awful lot of things to do. Not only have I got to build a brand new building somewhere in the spawn area where I can demonstrate my pop figures to the other server members, when I finally get the mod actually put on the server, I've also got to shut down my entire starter base system, disconnecting all of my processing things and power stuff so that I can make it completely lag-free in order for me to move over to my new base area. And there's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to take with me, particularly my storage system. And that's going to be difficult because down here in my sub-basement I have a rather large storage system consisting of 6 full-size vaults as well as 3 overflow vaults as well. And I don't want to just leave it all here where I've got no access to everything. I want to take it all with me, and that's going to be quite tricky because I've got an awful lot of stuff. But we'll worry about that in a little bit because the first thing we're going to do is pick up where we left off last time, and that is designing a building where I can demonstrate my pop figures, which I've already designed. I have completely designed it in a creative world, and I've got a schematic of it, which is why there's a cannon down here, why my backpack is next to it, but I can't actually start blasting it into the world yet for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm missing a few key ingredients which I can't craft because I don't have any wool left, I don't have any mangrove wood, and I don't have any cherry wood at all, not to mention rice. So I need to get all of that sorted out. And the other reason is I need to find an area suitable for it, because as much as I said in the last episode that I wanted to squeeze it onto the corner of the spawn hill. Oh no, I've crashed again. No zooming! Zooming banned! This little area here where it's nice and flat is not going to be anywhere near big enough for the building that I've designed. So I need to find myself a nice big flat area somewhere around the spawn area, or maybe even at the shopping area where I can actually schematic down this building. But in order to finish the building I need the materials, and the first ones I'm going to start with are wool, because that should be relatively easy. And that's because Silent Whisper has all of the string in the world, and we can use string to make wool, and all I've got to do is buy it. So let's just hop down into his little base here and go to his little shop that's over here. Oh, and it looks like he's already generating wool. 1 diamond for 576. That's incredible, and it also makes his string sale seem a little bit ridiculous because you get 576 string for a diamond, and there's 4 string in a piece of wool, so I'm getting these at a quarter of the price as those. You might want to adjust your numbers there a bit, Silent. Anyway, I'm going to take a whole bunch of these. Slime's always good. We'll take a few slime, take a bunch of gold. Leather, I always need lots of leather. 1 diamond for 576 quartz blocks. I've just spent an age washing soul sand to get a whole bunch of that, and again it's kind of making his actual quartz look a little bit pointless, but yeah, I'll take a bunch of that as well. And I think that's probably all I need for now, so let's just pop down here, click on the blaze burner, and hopefully I'm going to get a whole bunch of tasty things. Many. Lovely job. Geez, I may have bought a bit much, but I suppose when you're getting incredible deals, it's difficult to not overspend. Geez, I've nearly got 7,000 wool from that, and 4,000 blocks of quartz, and 711 leather. You know what that means. I want more leather. Give me more. Oh, terracotta. I need loads of that. Bricks are always good. Give me loads of bricks. Oh, just clicking all the things that are the calcite. I'll have some of that. I like calcite. Bone blocks. Why not? I'll take a bunch of those. Take my money. And there we go. I now have absolutely everything, which means I've now got nearly 10,000 wool, a whole bunch of bricks, a whole bunch of terracotta, loads of calcite. Yeah, I think I'm set for all of those blocks. But anyway, moving on, we need to now turn a whole bunch of that wool into the dyed colours of wool that we need. And that means I need to just dump a whole bunch of it into my storage system. Let's just dump all of that, dump all of the terracotta, dump all of the calcite. Hopefully it won't all get deleted by the leaky mod because, you know, I'm dumping a whole lot of things down here. Let's throw all the bricks into storage as well. Get rid of all those slime blocks and an empty bowl. And now we should be able to craft what we need. Okay, so what do I need? I need 344 light blue wool and 154 yellow. 360, that'll do. Let's just get these crafted up. There we go. Lovely job. Shove those in the backpack. We'll grab some of these bone blocks that we just got from Silent. Craft a bunch of bone meal, and let's go click on my sunflowers. Now we've got a couple of stacks of these. We can just shove those into the crushing wheels. That'll get turned into yellow and orange dye. Then I can shove those into the storage system. And now I can craft up a whole bunch of yellow wool. Click on that. Click that in there, get the checklist, and now I've only got 5 things left. 5 things that I have absolutely none of. So I need to see if someone's selling wood so I can get some mangrove and some cherry, and then I need to somehow get hold of rice. Hopefully someone's selling that too. So now's probably a good opportunity for me to head off to the shopping area and see what I can buy. And while I'm looking for shops that sell the things I need, why don't you watch the time-lapse of me designing the pop building that I designed? Well, wasn't that a time lapse? I haven't edited it yet, so I don't know if it came out well or not, so it could be good or it could be bad. But what I have done is I have found a place that sells coloured loco metal, which kind of a little bit look like toys for pops. They could be quite good fun, but I haven't found anywhere that sells wood or rice, and that is a problem. However, what I am going to do a little bit more shopping. How many do you get? You get 256 for a diamond. I'll take them. Take some of those, take some of those, take some of those. Got my diamonds. Where I pay? I guess it's the sheep over here. I'd like lots of things, please. Wonderful. Oh, look at all those shiny, colourful things. But it's not helping me with my wood and rice quest sheep. Right, okay, there is a place that has wood, and there is quite a lot of wood in there, and that is this building just here. But unfortunately, this building doesn't appear to be selling that wood. In fact, there is a sign here that says no, so I'm assuming you're not allowed to go that way, but if I click on this little armour stand here, I can see they've got all of the wood that I need, both mangrove and strip cherry, but it's not for sale. So I could just be cheeky like whoever's been here and just leave a bunch of diamonds in there, but I don't know how expensive it is. So I guess maybe I could be very generous and assume, how many do I need? Not that much. Let's just assume then that a stack of mangrove is 2 diamonds, and a stack of cherry is also 2 diamonds, and I'll take 2 stacks of each, and that means I need to leave 8 diamonds. I think that's reasonable. It feels a little bit like stealing though, because it's not a proper shop, but I need it. I need the wood. So now we got the wood, we just need the rice. So let me head over to the actual shopping area, because I haven't actually looked there yet, and see what's over there. Okay then, over here at the shopping area, we've got a new shop over here, which appears to be a restaurant that sells leather and sandwiches. Sandwiches sound tasty. Are they better than what I've already got? Bacon sandwich is 5 hunches and a whole bunch of saturation, whereas ratatouille is 5 hunches and yeah, they're better. Okay, we're going to buy some sandwiches then. Lovely job. Bacon sarnies for the win. Right, that saved me cooking. What else have we got? We've got the dead end depot that sells things I don't really need. We've got the kelp boat, and I've never got any kelp, so let's grab a bunch of that. I can't afford it. Let's break into these diamond blocks then. Oh, it's very expensive. That's why I can't afford it. Oh well. And then let's see what else there is on offer. We've got the honey shop, which sells honey, which we don't need. We've got the burger shop, which sells burgers, which we don't need. And we've got Chosen shop, which doesn't sell what I need. So it would appear that no one on the server is actually selling wood legitimately or rice. And that means I'm going to have to get rice the old-fashioned way, and that means villages. But before I disappear off on my rice mission, let's just hop in here and just check. Yes, I am still the richest member, and I've earned over 100 diamonds worth of interest already. And that means I can actually take out a few diamonds. Take out 119 if I can. Close enough. Keep it above 3,500. And that means I can restock my backpack. Wonderful. Okay, before I disappear off for rice, I have crafted up all of my cherry and mangrove things, and that means when I put my clipboard in here, I should literally just have 2 bags of rice on there. So I guess there's no time like the present. I better go and find that rice. And from experience in my previous mod packs, rice is usually found at villages. In order to find villages, I'm going to need my elytra and probably some more rockets than I've got. So let's just put my elytra in my offhand for a second and get that repaired. Lovely. Let's grab a bit of paper. Let's grab a bit of gunpowder. Make a whole bunch of rockets. Lovely. Now we just need a village, and I believe in my previous experience, the best luck I've had at finding rice in villages is in desert villages, and we just happen to have a desert over in that direction, so that's where I'm going to head. Sandwich. Well, looks like we've got something going on down here, but I'm pretty sure that's a player and not a village, so we won't go there. But here we go. There is a desert village dead ahead. Let's go see if these guys have got any rice. There's a camel. Don't need a camel. There are villagers. Haven't all been killed yet. That's amazing. But do you guys have any rice? Ow, cactuses. Oh, speaking of cactuses, I could probably do with a few of those. Rice! Nice. We only need 18 pieces. Got any rice in your house, sir? No? Any rice in here? No? Okay. An golem, a camel, and a villager. There's a joke in there somewhere. Oh, sea pickles. Don't mind if I do. More sea pickles. Nope. 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 Ooh, more rice. Nope. 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 Ooh, a bundle, but not more rice. Nope. There's not many buildings left here. More rice. Nearly got enough for 1 bag of rice. And the thing is, I don't even need it. It's just for decoration, but I want it now that I've designed it with the rice, so that's what we're going to do, but there's none in there. No, this village is devoid of rice. Okay, I need another one then. Let's put the elytra back on. Elytra? Yep, the same. It's the same. And I spy another village already. Let's go over there and see if these guys have got any rice. Got a smoker, got a camel and a well, got some cats. Where are all of your chests? Why have you got no chests? Got the weirdest house in the world. No, this is rubbish. This is the smallest village I've ever been in. Okay, the last building then. Is there going to be any rice in here? There is. We have rice. So we've got enough for almost 1 bag of rice. These bundles are both empty. So I best get off to the next village, assuming there is another one. I imagine there will be. This is a rather large desert. Oh, well, there's more over here. Let's go. Oh, there's another village. This one looks bigger than the other ones. We could be in. Well, this one has children. Children love rice. That's why this one's going to be absolutely loaded with what rice. I have a feeling this is going to be good for rice. Check this little building here. You have any rice, sir? No. A couple of horses, some camels, a rather tall building, block of flats perhaps. Any rice in the block of flats? Well, there is a chest. It has no rice. Any rice? No. Hello? But also no. Get out of the way. No, don't want your fish. And it looks like, other than a camel in a cave, that this village is also pretty useless. But there is another option. I could take this rice and actually go and grow it. Right, okay, I'm going to take the rice that I've got, I'm going to bring it over here, grab a bit of this sugarcane while I'm here, and then I can't plant it in there. Okay, do I need mud? I replace a little bit of this sand with some dirt. I put my rice on there. I can. And then I just bone meal it. There we go. Lovely job. Now I just need to harvest it. I'm not 100% sure of the right way to do this to get the rice and not the rice panicles. That's giving me rice panicles. I can craft that into rice. Oh, that's perfect. Lovely. Right, I'll just keep growing this for a little while then, and I'll have all the rice I need. Hello. Don't tell me you're selling rice, because it... Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So now we've got everything on the list. It's all ticked off. There's just one more thing I need, and that is graffiti, which I need buckets, dyes, and gunpowder. So I'll grab a bunch of gunpowder, I'll grab a bunch of buckets, I'm going to chuck those into the system, and now well, I can make loads of them. I don't think I need 64. Let's grab 32, that'll do. Let's craft those up, and now I just need to go and place that schematic and find somewhere it might actually fit. And putting it where I was planning on putting it, it definitely doesn't fit here. It has a bit of an overhang, and it does overhang over someone else's work, so we're definitely not going to be putting it there. And we do have some relatively flat land down over in this area that we could terraform. We could throw it maybe down here, and I do want space around the outside of it because I popped a door in here because I want an outdoor little garden and play area for the pops as well. Now, that could work, but it's a bit of a sore thumb thing to put there, so I'm thinking maybe we go over to the shopping area. Alternatively, we've got this big old green patch of land down here in front of the railway that hasn't been used. That's very flat. What if we was to put it there? By the looks of the terrain, I'm assuming someone is planning on doing something with that, so I better not put it there. So, back at the shopping area, Chosen has flattened out a rather large area which is designed for shops. And if I was to put that down there, as much as there's plenty of room for it, it takes up a little bit more room than I'm sure Chosen was really hoping people would take. And it also doesn't really fit in with, it doesn't fit in with anything. It's so bright and colourful. I kind of like it right here because I could move it around, get it exactly where I needed it. We've got room to the side for the little garden and play area, and that would be absolutely perfect. But the problem with that is someone has already marked this area with these little cobblestone pillars, meaning that I can't put it there, so that's a bit of a shame. We could, I suppose, cover up this hole at the back of the shopping area here, popping it down something like that. We could build the terrain up around it, and that does give us a little bit of an area around the side for a play area. But if we're going to do that, we might actually want to spin it around a bit, just like that, and then that way we could actually have the little play area off to the side, and we could have a path extending down past Throwlash's throw-off event through the front here, and then linking up with that path there, which kind of makes sense. And I think looking at the area and how bumpy and lumpy it all is, that's probably going to be the area that's the easiest to put it in, and it keeps it out of the way of everything else everyone else is doing. So if I were to line this up with the actual path that Chosen's put in, we are going to have to do a bit of digging to get this terrain to match it, but I think that works. Although I haven't left myself much room for the play area here, so let's just push it along a little bit. Let's bring it over to roughly where the road starts to end, around about there, and I think that will work just about perfectly. And there's no time like the present, so I might as well get this started. And as I'm cannoning this in, I'm also going to be sorting out all of the terrain, adding in the play area, and using all of this graffiti. So I guess it's time for another time lapse. And there we go. The time lapse is over and this place is finished and I really like it. It's very colourful. Oh, hello.
Very colourful indeed. I was literally just saying, like, what is going on here? This is cool.
We've got a place. I don't want to call it a daycare centre, MrBeardstone, because people might drop their pops off at me when they're ready and I have to look after them. So it's a place to introduce the pop figures to the players, even though the pop figures don't exist yet. Would you like a tour?
I would love a tour, yes. I mean, the pop figures do exist.
Well, not the alive ones.
Oh, the super secret ones.
Yeah, that I've been going on about in my videos for weeks.
Video about, yeah. I am looking forward to seeing them, Foxy, in all their glory, because you've been very secretive about it.
Yes.
I've seen the little bits in your videos, but that's it.
So this is where people can come along and learn all about their pops. And basically, at some point or other, I will be selling bits and bobs here as well. We've got a path, MrBeardstone, with some leaves on it. You might notice
very nice path.
Some snow layers here because that might be something that pops like to interact with.
So, right, okay.
Yeah, over here,
potentially. Right,
we've got a little garden for the pops to, play with. I haven't actually coded in the ability to pull out crops yet, but now I've put this in, I kind of want them to. But the idea was, grow food to feed your pops.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like it.
Over here we've got a sand pit with a little sand castle.
That is beautiful.
For the
I like
to
it.
play in. Yeah,
then very nice.
We've got a swing set over here to play on.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it? It doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
Maybe if we were to use those mushrooms, we could be really small, and then
we could be the pops.
We could be the pops. Hang on, I've got some on me. Which one is it to make you small? Is it brown?
Brown makes you smaller. Yeah.
There we go. I'm pop size now. Would you like a mushroom?
There you go. Oh yes, please. Always.
There we go. That's better. Oh, look at us. Hang on, the wire in my face. There we go.
A wire in your face?
Yeah, the chain thing was in my face. So that's the swing set. It looks massive now. Wow, I've done a lot of building here today. Oh no. Look out, MrBeardstone.
I made him small.
You made him small. Oh, it's going to be even harder to hit now.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Anyway,
yep.
Phantoms aside.
Screaming out here.
Yeah, there's a swimming pool.
Yep, lovely.
Yeah, pops like to swim.
Oh, that's very nice.
See? Yeah, you can swim in it. And then obviously that's the outside area. Ow, stop it, of the pop place. If we go inside past the giant bricks, wow, these bricks look really big to a pop. Yeah, kind of crazy. Yeah, we go in here.
That's fine.
I've got lots of posters.
Yeah, it's not good for their tummies.
No.
Good parenting checklist.
Yeah, good parenting checklist. Yeah.
Once again, no sugary treat. This is making me want to feed them sugar.
Oh no, Chosen Pop's already been here, MrBeardstone. He's been scribbling on my paintings. Oh, and all over the wall. Oh my goodness. I can't have any.
I'm loving the little details. That's so cool.
Unbelievable. Yes, we've got a range of posters that help you learn about your pops, such as this one here. You have to keep it together, you see, because the pop's limbs.
If your pop's limbs come off.
Yeah, you have to craft some new limbs and stick them back on with super glue, MrBeardstone. Otherwise, they have to hop around.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I've done it as well. My leg fell off once. Oh my goodness me.
That's not how you spell once.
So yeah, we've got these posters, and story aside, these are designed to look as naff as possible, like you would actually get in a sort of relatively bad daycare facility where you probably wouldn't want to drop off your children. So yeah. So that's my excuse for not doing good graphic design. Pobs are fragile, MrBeardstone, and nether stars are expensive. So take good care of your pops. Has he written on this one? Yeah. He pinched a crayon, MrBeardstone.
He did. He did. Good use of Comic Sans here.
Yeah. Oh well, you've got to have Comic Sans in. That's not Comic Sans, that one, but the other one in the other room is.
It's close enough.
You've got to have Comic Sans on school posters. Yeah.
Pops are for life, not just for the holidays.
Yeah. In here we have kitchen facilities in order to be able to cook for your pops if you need to come along and use the kitchen facilities. And there is a demonstration of the sort of food you can put down that pops can eat.
Just quickly, do you have any mushrooms to make myself normal size again?
Do you want to be big again, do you?
Yeah, I feel a little bit like I'm in Toy Story at the moment.
Okay. Oh, I'm 1.5 now. Are you 1.5?
No.
There we go. No.
I
still feel small. Yeah, there's a pantry with lots of spare food.
Yep, good to see. Yeah,
I've got that in there.
Lovely little details.
Yeah, and then if we go through here, this is where the pops can sleep, MrBeardstone. We've got little cots.
Oh right, okay. They actually sleep, do they?
Yeah. And then rugs are for bugs. You see,
right?
They can sleep on a rug. but they get a better night's sleep on a bed. They'll get more energy faster sleeping on a bed, and they won't wake up frustrated.
Good to know. Good to know. It sounds like we've got a lot to learn with these pops.
You have got a lot to learn, Miss Beardstone. So this is the little sleepy room. It's quite nice, isn't it?
Lovely. Yeah, it's very nice.
And then we've got the toilets. We've got 2 lots of toilets with little stalls in that don't actually have stalls. It's just sort of a little room that you can walk around.
Oh, okay.
Some sinks.
It's a bit weird. Yep.
And then this is all of the different feelings the pops can have on here.
That's a lot.
It is. That's why it takes me so long.
Tired, hungry, frustrated, angry, miserable, bored, nervous. So there's like 3 good ones.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Through here, we have the playroom, which shows you a whole bunch of the different items that they like to play with. These are their playful things. There are more, but I don't have the other ones, so they're the ones I put in. We've got some small flowers because they might gather small flowers and offer them as gifts if they're a kind pop. More scribbling.
I like it.
They've drawn his cat on the wall, Miss Beardstone.
They've made a mess of this place, haven't they?
They have. And these are the little high chairs that you could sit them at to have their dinner.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah.
I can't wait to actually see her running around. This is ridiculous.
We've got the Create ABC at the top, which is missing a couple of letters because A, they didn't have items for those, and B, there wasn't enough space for all the letters. But can you tell me what they all are, Mr. Beardstone? Pop quiz.
Oh, jeez. Right. Okay. Oh, is that why you were making chocolate the other day?
Maybe.
Right. Okay. So we've got alloy, blaze cake, chocolate, dough, electron tube things, filter, goggles, honey apple, iron, sheet. That's a chest boat.
It's a jungle chest boat, Mr. Beardstone.
Oh, okay. It's a jungle chest boat. Right. Okay. I say a knowledge book.
Yeah, well done. I didn't think you'd get that one.
Yeah. What is that?
I didn't know that existed, but it's in the creative inventory. It's a lapis sheet.
A lapis sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, what would you ever need them for?
I have no idea, but it was in there.
Okay. A minecart.
Yeah.
A netherite helmet.
Yep.
Which is actually a diving helmet, isn't it? Or is that a netherite diving helmet? Oh, okay. Fine. Yep. Polished rose quartz.
Yeah, I don't know why that's on O.
No.
Mistakes have been made, clearly.
Yep. Good job, Foxy.
Yeah.
Teaching the pops well. Yeah, we've got precision mechanism, rose quartz, super glue, track, unfinished.
Almost. Unprocessed obsidian.
Unprocessed, that's it. Yeah. A whisk and some zinc.
Yay, well done, Miss Beardstone. You even got the one I put in to throw you off to see if you could figure it out. I didn't put that in by mistake at all, Miss Beardstone.
No, of course not.
To test you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm loving the colour in here. You must have had a lot of fun just being like, I could just use every colour under the sun.
You'd think so, but it's an inventory nightmare, Miss Beardstone.
Oh, yeah.
I need 2 pink tablecloths, 2 light blue tablecloths, 2 blue.
Yeah, I can imagine that must have been horrible.
Yeah, but no, it was good fun. I have enjoyed this build because I've been able to just be a little bit wacky, a little bit silly, and not do anything particularly great. Because I wanted to look a bit naff, and I think I achieved that.
It's naff in the best way.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. You like the rainbow on the outside?
I do, yes. Yeah. I do. Oh, there's still there's a little tiny zombie man.
Oh my goodness, there's a lot of mobs out there.
Man.
Yeah, we should probably leave from here. Let's go over to what you've been doing because I've been seeing a lot of things happening and I'm a little bit concerned. Has my gas wandered off again? How did it get here?
Is that your gas?
I think so. Oh, well, I don't care.
Is this what you wanted to come over to?
Yeah,
it's just my little defensive tower thing. Like I was literally just talking about this in the intro. I'm going to be turning it into like a little fort and a little prison. It's going to be wonderful.
Well, you've got. I just watched your last video. You've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Slightly concerned about the amount of TNT that you didn't use. I was getting all excited for that.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I used 2 stacks.
Yeah.
And I only had 8. And it did nothing. So, I'm a good pirate.
You are a good pirate, Miss Peter. Well, I'm moving out today, you see. That's next on my list. And I obviously need to turn everything off at my base, but I'm also mildly concerned about where I'm supposed to be going. I think it's that area down there.
It is, yeah. That's the bit you chose, that wonderful valley down there.
Yeah, well, when I went down there in my last video to show people, I couldn't remember if it was that bit or not. So it's good to know.
No, it is that bit, yeah. Excellent. In the shadow of the ship and what will be a giant pirate. city up here. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, excellent.
Cool. There is one other thing as well.
Go
I
on.
stumbled across one of your buddies the other day.
My buddies?
Yeah, one of your buddies.
No.
It's okay. I've dealt with the situation.
Oh no. Oh, Mr. Onion, what has he done to you? Get me out of this bloody cage! That madman has captured me again! How am I supposed to go to court and save people's lives if I'm stuck in here? He does, have a good point there. Is there anything he did in particular that's made him go in the cage?
Nah, it's just Mr. Onion, isn't it?
Well, it's always nice to run into Mr. Beardstone, and it feels like it's been ages. Speaking of being ages, this video's already been going on a while, and I still haven't moved my storage system out of my basement and over to our new area. So that's what I'm going to do now, but before we do that, I actually want to talk about some of your comments. Starting with comments about me finishing my starter area. And yes, that gas that we saw all the way over there is the one that's flown off from here. Goodness knows how he's managed to get over there, because they shouldn't wander too far away from where they're supposed to be, but he did. Anyway, comments. A whole bunch of you really liked what I did over here, but I did get some suggestions to throw some snow on the trees, which is a really good idea. Something I'm definitely going to be doing, but that doesn't need to happen right now, and it doesn't need to happen on camera, but I will address that very soon. The other comments are all about what I'm actually going to be doing at my new base area, because I mentioned in the last video that I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do, and I needed your guys' help in order to figure it out. And I've had an incredible number of comments, not just on my video, but in my Discord as well, with some absolutely fantastic ideas of what we can build inside of this area. And this area of mine is basically this green bit here. If we go too far over that way, we're going to hit Imagineer Dave. If we go over too far that way, we're going to hit Throwlash. Too far that way, Mr. Beardstone. And, well, that's basically what I'm surrounded with. But that means we've got access to this rather large green area, which is nice and big, although a little bit lumpy and bumpy in places, and I have made a decision on what I want to build over here. And that is a big old cyberpunk city with a dash of steampunk. So basically big, dark, towering buildings all connected on multiple levels with all sorts of cogs and contraptions, neon lights and all that sort of good stuff, and it's going to be tall, it's going to be wide, it's going to fill this area. Whether or not that'll actually happen, and whether or not things will change as I'm going, and whether or not my style and inspiration alters as I'm building the buildings, I don't know, but that's my starter plan. And I would like to particularly thank Exonimat, who was the first to come up with this idea. But I did get more comments after that saying steampunk, cyberpunk, that sort of thing. And just because I've picked that one out of all of the suggestions doesn't mean I didn't like your suggestion. If you suggested something, it just means that that's the one I can actually see myself doing in this area. But before we can do anything over here, I'm going to need access to a whole bunch of different varieties of blocks. So I better get that storage moved over here. Now, it would be relatively easy just to glue this entire system together, turn it into a contraption, pick it up and move it over there. But that seems a little bit boring to me, and I've got a better idea. And the inspiration for my better idea actually comes back to Season 1, where I got in a lot of trouble in court with Stam, and I was told I had to make a fast travel Nether subway for all of the members to get around. And I never did it. I never even set foot in the Nether after that point, really. And I think that's something I want to change. I want to start with making a Nether portal over here, then making a temporary Nether portal over at my new base area, linking them up with a tunnel and having some sort of train that can grab all of the items from here, load them up onto the train and then take them through the Nether, out to the other side into my new base location and deposit them all over there. And I think that sounds fun, and I think this little area here is the perfect spot to have a relatively small little subway train. I did have track in here. Where's all my track gone? For monorail, we could make a monorail through the Nether. Don't know if monorails go through portals, but I've got a lot of it, and I seem to be the monorail guy. So let's have a look. Right, first things first, we want the train to be able to pick up all of the items from here, so it makes sense for me to get rid of this little bit here, dig out the floor here a little bit, throw in our Nether portal, and I need this to have a... Oh, it's going to be off-center. Okay, it's not going to start here. I guess I could move all of that over a block, but I'm going to move it over a block. And there we go. That's all moved over by a block now, which means I can have a 3-wide middle over here. So just dig out the floor there, throw that back down there. We'll bring that up a bit over this way, a little bit this way, and And after we light this, we're going to have to do some maths. So before I light it, I need to get the coordinates of it. And working out the nether coordinates of that, it should be 52 by 41. But now I need the coordinates from where I'm going to be bringing this out at my other base area. And for now, because we're not going to be building any cyberpunky, steampunky things, because I'm going to save that till I've actually moved in, we're going to be just plonking all of this underground. So we don't need anything fancy. We're going to get a temporary portal set up underground. Maybe round about here underground. Give myself a little staircase down, and now we just need a hole big enough to actually put a portal in. And the coordinates for this one in the nether are 90 by 137. Before we go through though, let's just make sure this monorail is going to actually work. It does. It goes purple at the end, meaning it will go through to the nether. So let's hop into the nether and figure out what direction we need to go in, and is this in the right place? It's not far off actually. That's pretty much bang on. Probably not quite the right height that we want it at, but you can see it's already coming through here, which means it will join together. But yes, we probably want to go either right down to the bottom of the world so that we're not interfering with things, or right up at the top. Now I could go on the nether roof, but I don't know how to do that, and I don't know if anyone's done that yet, so we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is, I guess, dig down to the bottom of the nether and go that way. Yeah, there's nothing like digging straight down in the nether. What could possibly go wrong? How hard could it be? Oh my goodness me, there's lava there. Didn't expect that. Let's call it Y10, and that keeps things nice and easy for us. Ah, lava, fire, ready fire, stop it. So then all we need to do is throw in another little portal down here, and then we need to figure out what direction we need to go to get to our base. It's 52 by 41, so we need to go in this direction and that direction. So let's go on an angle, see what happens. And here we go. This is the location at the other side of that little place that we've got. This is where the next portal is going to be going in. And hopefully if I light this and go through, it should appear at the one I've just made at my base. It did. We have appeared at my base. That's wonderful. If I go back through, where am I going to end up? Ah, in the wrong one. That's no good. We have to get rid of this one. I guess this one appeared when I first created the portal. Okay, coming back into my basement. Let's hop back through, see where we end up this time. And we are, yes, in the right place. That's wonderful. Okay, all we've got to do then is get some monorail lined up on here, not like that, and then just over to where the new bit is. I can just do that. Wonderful. And if I do it on a curve, we've just got a nice curve going all the way through. Got a bit of digging to do to get through there, but that's perfect. Wonderful. Let's go through, make sure it lines up. It does. Wonderful. And if I go back through again, amazing. We're in the right place. Excellent. Right, I'm going to spend a little bit of time digging around this little nether tunnel down here so we can actually build a train, and then we can get our storage moved. Well, it hasn't taken me long to dig out a bit of a tunnel, but then I've come to a bit of a problem. And that problem is that this goes through a lava lake. While it might look like I'm currently floating in air, this is actually solid lava, and then it comes through here, goes through more lava, and then a bit more, and that is part of a lava lake, so it's going to be very difficult to get rid of. So before I can actually build a train and run it on this thing, I actually need to make a vehicle that's going to make us a tunnel so that it can get rid of all of that lava, so that I can then make a train. So that's going to be the next thing we do, and I think we should probably make it not at that end because we don't have any tools or equipment over there. We should make it over at the other end, which is really not far away. I mean, I could use belts and conveyors to be honest over that distance, but I want a train. Or a monorail. But now the issue is I need to make something big enough to build tunnels as wide as the nether portal, so that then I've got, oh geez, this is going to be impossible, because this actually oh geez, I haven't made it anywhere near big enough. May not have thought this through. Yeah, this portal's going to need to be significantly bigger to be wide enough to get a train through that can make tunnels, in order to make a tunnel wide enough to fit that in, which is really not all that wide. So cutting forward a little bit, I now have a large room next to my throw-off room, and it's all been decorated very nice and simply, and it's got a big old nether portal at the end, a monorail track coming along the bottom, apparently with a bit missing, and that means that that's going to link up with the nether, and we've got plenty of space here to build a machine that can build a tunnel. Now I just need to pop a station down so that we can actually, well, make this thing actually work. Let's just pop that there, put it into create new train, grab myself some train casing, throw that on there, and I think for this we'll probably have a couple of bogies like that, and we'll build our machine in between those. In fact, I think that's a little bit too close to the end there, so let's just bring our station back a smidge, pop that there, then create new train, put our bogie on there. That looks a little bit more reasonable. We've got plenty of room there now. Let's make a monorail tunnel builder. And here we go. We've now got the Nether tunnel maker, which has got a whole bunch of drills on the front to drill out the hole it needs. It's got rollers at the front to sort out the floor, and it's got deployers all round the sides to place blocks in the ceilings and the walls. And I've even filled it up with a whole bunch of materials. Inside these barrels, we've got a whole bunch of different deep slate. We've got a whole bunch of different cobbled deep slate, as well as some industrial iron, and we've got some copper blocks as well, and also some copper grates. And the reason I've got so many different materials is because I don't want just a plain boring tunnel. I want this tunnel to look nice, and that's why I've made shuffle filters, which we're going to be using on the deployers in order to shuffle which blocks are going to be placed in what place so we can somewhat randomize it. But there is something else we could use, but in order to show you that, we need to go to a test world. And here we are. Behind me I have a tiny little tunnel maker, and the way that these deployers works is if you give them a specific block in their filters, that deployer will just place that block as it goes along with no problems whatsoever. If we put a shuffle filter in there, then it can place blocks randomly depending on what you've put in the filter, but what it can't do is do a line of blocks there, another line of blocks there, and basically create a pattern for you like we've got over here. We do, however, in this pack, have pattern schematics, and what pattern schematics do is allow you to create a pattern based on the thing you've built in the world. We'll call that tunnel pattern. You then grab yourself an empty schematic, throw that tunnel pattern onto this pattern schematic, and then what you can do is just like any other schematic is you place it, get it positioned where you want it, and then you give the pattern to all of the deployers that you want to be able to place the blocks for that pattern. Once that's done, you can load up the machine with all of the different blocks you will need as part of that pattern, and then once you start moving, it'll start placing that pattern. It'll just keep placing it and placing it and placing it. It works rather well. However, as you start going round corners, it can no longer do the pattern because it only knows how to do it horizontally, which means you can only have that pattern in one orientation. And that's great if all your patterns happen to be running east to west or north to south, and as long as your tunnels don't go round any corners or change direction, which of course mine do. Mine go round corners. So instead of doing this, we can grab a shuffle filter, open it up, put the blocks in there that we actually want to shuffle, and then we can use that shuffle filter on the deployer to determine which ones are going to place those blocks. So now I've got shuffle filters in all of the bottom sets of deployers and then just copper grates at the top. Now when we get to a corner, the shuffle filter's not going to have any issue at all placing the blocks around that corner, which means we can get our tunnel going wherever we need it. And we also get some random variation to it, making it look all kinds of nice. So with this knowledge at hand, let's go fill our shuffle filters full of blocks and get building some tunnels. But of course we don't want to be building the tunnel here, so that's why all of these contraption controls are red to turn all of the bits off. We actually need to get into the Nether and then enable them. Let's see what happens as we go towards the portal. We should just pop through as we get there. There we go. And I don't want to go too far. Go back a bit. Let's enable all of our things. And I feel like I'm going to get quite lava burnt doing this, but I do have very good armor, so it should be okay. Let's find out. Let's just go at a very slow speed. Let's just roll back a smidge. Get this tunnel as far back as we can, which we now can't because the barrels have gone. Is it going to work? It is working. We are making a tunnel. This should stop the lava as we get through it. Just got to keep an eye on my health. Ow. But it's working. We are creating a tunnel. I have forgotten some blocks, however, and apparently we've reached the end of the track. Right, we need to go back. Let's just turn these things off again. Reverse. Ow, ow, ow. Here we go. We're coming back into the station. Let's just line up at the station and go and check what happened there with the bottom blocks that I've clearly forgotten to put deployers in for. Okay, so the tunnel then. It doesn't look too bad. I kind of like it. It's a nice design. It's very odd with the random stuff, but we do have the random floor in. We've got the walls in. But of course, at these blocks here, we need something as well. Okay, let's do this. Just like that. That's perfect. We'll just spin it around to make it easy to get to the filter. Make sure it's glued on. And let's just stick the floor filter in there. And there we go. That should be better. And there we go. Look, you can see the corners are now being placed in there. Ow, ow. We are now placing blocks through the lava. This is wonderful until we get to the end of the track. Right, okay. That's the problem. The monorail never made it through here. Oh, this is going to be painful. Just need to dig this away a little bit so we can get our track in. Click on that one. Come through here. Join it together. Oh, is there any more that's not joined? Oh, yeah, there's a bit here as well we need to deal with. I've got to go back in the lava. How hard could it be? What could possibly go wrong? Oh, jeez. Click that one. Join it to there. Did it work? I think so. Let's get out of here. We made it. Excellent. Well, that was fun. Let's go. Now we can finish our tunnel, hopefully. It should drill through that big old mess that we just been in front of us, and we should start placing the blocks. Yes, we are. We're placing tunnel once again. This is good. We're no longer placing tunnel. Why are we no longer? Oh, it's my drills are not big enough. They're not digging a hop. Oh, jeez. But yes, my drills are not big enough to do the hole wide enough. I need bigger drills. That means I need to start again. Okay, a few minutes later and I've made some changes. First of all, digging out the floor a little bit in here and digging out the ceiling a little bit here, all to add a whole bunch more drills. If I move this thing back a little bit, you'll be able to see exactly what I've done, because not only have I added drills on the front, I've also added a whole bunch of deployers. And these are all going to place cobblestone so that it will place cobblestone in the lava that's inside my tunnel. Then it will drill that cobblestone that's behind it, replacing the lava, which should mean we end up with a nice air-filled tunnel rather than one filled with lava. So this should work. Does mean I've got to completely start again, but that's fine because I'm about to drill away all of the tunnel I've already made. It reached the end of its track. Is my track into the Nether broken? How did that happen? It has. That's not ideal. There we go. Let's try that again. Here we are. Uh-oh, there's a ghast. Oh dear. You broke my track. That's why it's broken. Stop it! Where are you? You're in the lava? Are you lava-proof? Stop it! Now look what you've set fires and all sorts of things. Derailed my train. Who the heck do you think you are? Right, let's pick the train up and put it back down. Fix the monorail again. Back it up as far as we can. Turn all of the machines back on again. And let's try this again. As you can see, it's now destroying the tunnel that we placed, but it should hopefully be getting rid of all of the lava that's inside of it. Doesn't appear to be doing that. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to see how it goes, assuming I don't die. Ow, ow. Look, there's a lot of lava in here. Oh, I think I might die. I need to eat. There we go. Regenerate. Okay. Let's roll. Now, the reason the lava hasn't disappeared is not because it's failing to place the cobblestone, it's because that's all flowing lava that was continuing to flow in here. But as you can see, it is all now disappearing now that we're getting rid of the rest of the lava. So we should be good to go. Either that or the cobblestone system's not working, but I can't see because it's in my face. Oh, here we go again. Ow. It's so spicy in here. And now the lava's disappearing. It's working and we're going round corners. This is incredible. I'm going to have to do a little bit of manual tunnel finishing at the end. Yes, it is placing the cobblestone as we're coming through and it is drilling it away. And the tunnel is being made from all angles. Oh, this is wonderful. Doing a grand job, train. Keep going. Not a train. It doesn't have carriages. Well, it's not an engine either. It don't have an engine. What is it then? I don't know. Of course you don't know. One of those people in the comments, aren't you? Well, a little bit later on, we appear to be getting round to the other side of the big, long, sweeping corner, which means we're going to be probably not too far away from the Nether portal. And I need to make sure that we don't smash through that when we get there, but I can't see anything. I've got no idea how close we are. All I can do is, once this straightens out, pop out the train and make sure we don't get too close. Not a train. Oh, jeez. You know what I mean. It doesn't matter. This isn't a documentary. It's not a science program. It's Minecraft, mate. Jeez. Right, let's just hop off for a second. Do a bit of free cam. Oh, and yes, we're actually in the portal. We are mining it as we speak, so we need to reverse a bit. Stop doing that. Let's turn all of the machines off. Hop back in the seat. Can we get through? There's a bit of cobble in the way, but yes. The train can technically... I can't get through because of all the cobblestone, but the train can technically get through. This very, very small portal. Try that again. I can't drive it now because the controls have gone through the other side. Here they are. Keep going. You can do it. I'm stuck. Help. Go, train. Go. Oh, dear. Has it reached the end of the line? Did I not make the line long enough? Yes. I wasn't... Oh, jeez. I haven't really thought this through. Okay, the line is a bit longer. Can you continue now? There we go. And we're in. Too far in. But it's in. Right, let's go check out how our tunnel looks. Well, aside from not quite finishing off the end bit, which was to be expected, and leaving a few little blocks here and there actually in the tunnel, which I need to break without breaking the monorail, I don't think it's done too much of a bad job. I think that's pretty good. And so, just a little bit later, the tunnel is now complete. I've made the portals at each end a little bit bigger. I've finished placing in all of the blocks. I've even added little areas behind the portals, just in case you come through on the wrong side. And I've cleared up all of the blocks that were stuck inside of the monorail. And of course, I've done that at both ends, meaning that in the next episode, we can build a proper underground monorail subway system that's going to transport the items from my current starter base to my new base area.